I mentioned 2-1, but I'm sorry, it's 2-0. You know, okay.
Yeah, you scored a goal.
Yeah, you know, when you look at the game over and over again, you just get the nostalgia feeling and say, this could have happened, but then it just wasn't to be. Chinase boy, he's in the studio, he's been furious, you know, he's not happy. He was asking me where the goalkeeper was. I was like, okay, he was right there. But somehow it happens, right? Chinase, good morning.
Good morning, Cecilia.
How are you feeling? I mean, it's been Saturday, you know. How are you feeling?
And the steam is.
How am I feeling?
Yeah,
really?
just tell me. Yeah, general feeling.
Well, I was feeling good until you guys showed the game again because I hadn't seen the game after that day. Okay. I hadn't seen the game, so I was feeling really. It was a pretty cool weekend. Every other thing happened aside the Super Eagles and stuff. You know, General has lost his first game. Okay, I wanted to forget about the game because you know it's a lot of things. A lot of things.
Until we beat
I had seen.
I'm not going to forget about this game.
You know the thing. Let's start with the South Africa team.
Like, first of all, are you like totally surprised that South Africa came here?
I am not.
Exactly so.
I am not. And this
really?
Is, yes,
I'm shocked.
And this is where I'm coming from.
It happened before.
This is where I'm coming from. You know, I don't know why we just have that feeling, oh, it's South Africa, we've beaten them, we always beat them. You know, these guys, I'm talking about the South Africans now. Let's even leave football, in every other sport. These guys are developing. Whether you like it or not, they are developing themselves. You know, they are not just sitting back and saying, oh, Nigeria will beat us every time, we don't have a choice, we can't do anything. They keep developing themselves. Let me digress a little. Athletics. Akani Simbine, he's running 10 seconds, and before you know, he runs to top 10.
He's running to 10 already.
Van Niekek,
of course.
200 meters, 19.86, 400 meters world record holder. Tell me, 10 years ago, would you have seen a South African in the sprints? Would you have thought of a South African dominating the sprints?
The message is clear. They're developing.
Now, in football, they are also developing because you know we're used to we'll beat them in South Africa and we'll get sort of laxity. We're relaxed, and so that was why a lot of people were surprised. Like I said, I was not surprised with the quality of play from the South Africans because these guys have a chip on their shoulder. It's Nigeria, for Christ's sake. You guys are always beating us. You always make that reference to the fact that we've never beaten you in a competitive game, and you think this guy are just going to sit down and say, don't worry, keep doing it.
We're going to do what Ghana did to Ethiopia, you know, 5-1 and 5-1.
Yeah, that's you. Stop saying we.
I like that clarification. She was the one.
You, right?
South Africa, we know they haven't lost against since 2015.
It's 17 game unbeaten run. Yeah.
I mean, they're on a beaten run. We are just on 8. But the thing is, you know, we checked the crop of stars that were invited into the team. We felt, okay, we're having highest goal scorers from different leagues and all that. Kayode, you know, we talked about him. Then we talked about the other guy also, Henry Oyekura, and all that. We felt, okay, these guys have been consistent, you know, all through the season. Maybe they can start. Then we have Ian Acha and coming on.
So
later.
you're faulting his lineup?
No, I'm just saying, after seeing that lineup, you know, that's the hope I had. I said, okay, fine, we have the stars who could score goals, but it just didn't happen, and those guys didn't get to play. But then Austin is in Abuja, of course. He's going to share his thoughts with us because I know he's still not happy. Austin, how does it feel? Congratulations, first of all, for winning back-to-back Football Journalist of the Year TV.
Thank you, Cecilia. Good morning to all our viewers and to the guys in the studio. Yeah, congratulations to the team, Cecilia. It's a team award. The Super Eagles of Nigeria. Cecilia, what a story, what an experience. But I think it's a very good one for our football because we've gotten to the stage where we need to start facing reality. You know, the South Africans came here with just one thing in mind, that they were not going to end that unbeaten record in Nigeria. Every one of the South African players that I spoke to kept on saying, we are not losing this record in Nigeria. They released their team list 24 hours before that match. You need to see them. I think what did it for them was mentality. And that's where the Super Eagles lost it. I cannot say they were complacent because they said that South Africans are no longer their wives, that they're going to approach the game with all seriousness. We say this is football, anything can happen. But on that day, the South Africans were better. They showed better zealousness and gave the game the approach needed for it. And I mean, it could have been 4, 5. And they went on to win. So talks of General not losing a game has ended now. So let's get back to business and start looking for a way to start winning again.
No, you know, your eyes are a bit swollen. I mean, how are you feeling generally? I mean, how are you feeling? You haven't slept or what?
Cecilia, well, yeah, I'm okay. I just feel they let a lot of Nigerians down, particularly fans at the Godswill Akpabio International Stadium in Uyo. Those fans came out with so much enthusiasm, with so much optimism to see the Super Eagles win. That didn't happen. Particularly that we didn't see what we needed to see with all of the talks that happened building up to that game. The Super Eagles, they were flat. They were not communicating. You saw one clear chance that Etebo took and then it went off. Kelechi Iheanacho was just arriving on a perfect left foot that he would have taken that ball. So it means there was no team cohesion. Communication was very poor. A lot went wrong with that team. At the press conference, I asked Coach Iheanacho, if you're to play this game again, will you use the same starting 11? And he said yes. And that makes me wonder because I would have played Kenneth Omeruo. John Ogu should have been in that team. Kelechi Iheanacho cannot be left alone. He has just one leg, which is his left foot. You don't put him alone as a top striker. I'm not a coach, but that's what we've seen of him as a player, and then we can analyze it. I'll play Kayode Olarewaju, who has more hunger. I'll play Victor Osimhen, and then bring Kelechi on later to do what he wants to do. All of these are just talks. After the action, of course, comes the reaction. But for me, the lesson that comes out of this is to tell us that there are no small teams again in African football. In anyone look at this South African team, they are fantastic. I knew the pace of Tekolo Ronte was going to worry this defense. I spoke to the informant and he said that, look, they are very ready for this game. Same thing with Gabuza, Ngoma, Williams, Kigandoli. They were all fired up, Cecilia, for this match. The Super Eagles of Nigeria, yes, I love the team spirit. They were calm. That confidence that, look, this is South Africa that will always beat was there. But I think with the team selection, Iheanacho got it wrong on Saturday.
Okay, Austin, I mean, Chinasa is in the studio here and has been, he's been criticizing basically Daniel Akpeyi. He feels it's a fault for the first goal. I don't know. What are your thoughts on that? For me, he got beat on his near post there. These things happen. But overall, how would you rate his performance on the day? Because he's the next best thing after Kali Keme, and Kali Keme is out at the moment.
There's just something about Daniel Akpeyi. I still believe he's a quality goalkeeper, but maybe he doesn't have leadership qualities. Maybe he still needs to know how to control the defense. Goalkeeping is a very serious business. You should be able, your defender should believe in you. You should be able to speak and everybody listen. Awaziem left Toronto and he was able to score that goal. Experienced goalkeeper would have brought down Pesitao for that second goal. But maybe he has his reasons. We can say all of this because it has happened. The entire Super Eagles team was poor. So let's not put it on Daniel Akpeyi. If we had played Ikechi Ezenwa, I would say, why didn't we play Daniel Akpeyi? Ikechi Ezenwa doesn't have the experience that he has. We've played Daniel Akpeyi and this has happened. So let's leave technicalities to the crew that understands it and are in charge of it. Daniel Akpeyi needs to assert himself more. You need to watch him at Chippa United. He does so well at his club. And okay, if you look at it, who is better? Who is more experienced for goalkeeping at this now? It is Daniel Akpeyi. But he needs to improve. I tried to talk to him. He was so gutted he didn't want to talk. Tell him he needs to improve. He needs to be more assertive. He needs to be a leader. That's what goalkeepers do. Shout at your defenders. Talk to them. Charge them. Remind them man to man, you need to, follow your man. Don't get carried away, because I don't know how the South Africans did that counter. You should be calling out for your defenders. Let's protect, let's come back. Defense. We see it almost in every sport. In basketball, we see it in the NFL. So defense is everything. And good goalkeepers make good defenders. So I think that's what Iheanacho and the technical team, Aloy Agbo also need to work upon.
Okay, so they definitely need to work on everything you said this morning. Austin, one more before we let you go so you can go get a bit of rest. What was the mood like during the Peach Awards? I mean, we can just imagine, going into an awards ceremony on the back of a loss. So what was the mood like in there?